All right. Hold on. I've got to mix my cards are a little out of order here. So I'm going to have a seat right here. And I'll tell you, nothing is more relaxing than a park bench, right? Every time, you go to the park, whether you're in New York, in Central Park or wherever, I've got them. They're all over the beach now. They saved some of them because a lot of them washed away in the flood. But I always love to have a park bench. It's so comfortable. It's so serene. It's so quiet. I always wanted to have one in my own house, but I don't even know where you would find one. Well, we've got them. It's called bench to table. And there's a reason we call it that, because it's a bench that will hold, about 1,000 pounds? Tracy, is that what it is? Tracy, come on out. You already saw Tracy, so I'm going to bring her back out. She can sit here right next to me. So it is a super comfy garden bench. By the way, we have it in white and we have it in
Adobe.
Adobe, which is kind
that
of
tannish color behind you.
Ooh, I
so
love
we'll go
that
over there in a
color.
minute. Yeah.
So we call it the bench table because right now it is a park bench, and you can put this in your backyard. It's wonderful to sit out and enjoy the birds, enjoy your plants, all that stuff. But it has a little trick up its sleeve.
It does.
Should we show them?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it.
First of all, no maintenance whatsoever.
None.
So you're never going to be, you're not even moving any latches, never mind sanding or staining or painting. But how great is this? And then you have seating for 3 adults and a table at the same time.
I always say to you, I wish I was the person that invented this, because it's a brilliant idea. But unlike a regular park bench or an outdoor picnic table, it's not made of wood, so it's not absorbent. It's not going to soak up ketchup and mustard when the kids spill on it. You're not going to get splinters.
Right.
And you can wash this off, and you know where it's been, right? So you know you can clean it, and you can clean it properly. It takes a few minutes to put together. It's not difficult. But it also comes, is it true, with a 5-year warranty?
It's a 5-year warranty, and it's made in the USA.
Love that.
I love what you're seeing here, because you're going to see the 2 benches put together. So if you get 2 of these, you can have a full-size picnic table with seating, which is so great, because if you get a regular picnic bench, or a regular picnic table, I should say, it takes up so much space, and it's a one-trick pony, right? So maybe use it every so often, but a bench, you are going to use day in and day out, and you can move this around because it only weighs 38 pounds.
Yeah.
So you can use this in your mudroom. You can use this in your garage if you want to start planting. Now that the season is starting to turn, you want to get your seedlings going. If you have a basement and you're looking for a place for the kids to do arts and crafts during the winter, this is great. So it's not going to absorb any kind of mildew smell. And then you could take it outside and use it outside. I've had mine out in the hot Florida sun for over 5 years. Still using it every day. It looks beautiful. And when I tell you it takes no maintenance whatsoever, I literally take my garden hose and hose it down. Maybe it needs a little extra scrub, so I'll just use like a sponge. I'll use whatever I use to wash the car, to be quite honest, is how I clean it. But that's it. You're never going to paint this. You're never going to stain it. You're never going to get splinters.
And Tracy, you can pick it up all by yourself.
Oh, would you like me to demonstrate that?
I am sorry. I know it's early, but I love that Tracy shows you. It's not super duper heavy. In fact, it only weighs 30
pounds.
How much?
38. But
nothing.
it holds up to 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
So you never have to worry that your guests are going anyplace.
And if
right?
you
It's
have,
never going to crash.
you know what I'd love to is if you have people over your house, say it's the holidays, and you have either grown-ups or kids, especially kids, you got a place where 3 or 4 kids can sit down and they can eat, or they can sit and they can relax. Because it's not heavy, you can move it around your yard. So if you want to have it under your favorite tree one day, or if you want to have it by your vegetable garden another day, you could do that as well. It's perfect if you own a pool, right? Because now you've got seating where you can go anywhere without a full-size picnic table. Now, if you want a full-size picnic table, we're going to go over to the Adobe color, Tracy and I, and we're going to show you what happens when you put 2 of them together. By the way, whenever I think about purchases and I look at something like this, I'm smart like you, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll hang out until it goes free shipping and handling.
Right.
This is free shipping. And by the way, there's no such thing to ship this. It's very expensive. We're going to take care of that for you. So remember, choose white. I love that shot, right? You have instant seating.
Yeah, you do. What I love to do is I'll have dinner, I'll have friends over, we'll eat dinner. Then afterwards, it's nice to be able to sit outside, have, a little coffee, a little dessert. Well, then I flip it over to a bench, and then you have that supportive seat, right? When you're sitting around just...
Look at this. That is awesome.
Chit-chatting, right?
I mean, we just
It's so
created
nice.
like a
It's
little
whole
area.
conversation area.
So if you wanted to put one like maybe on one side of your pool, the other on the other side, or maybe you want to put one on your porch or patio, maybe you've got an enclosed sort of a solarium area and you're like, oh, that would be perfect just to sit there and have my coffee. And then if you decide to have a bagel, you flip it over and now you've got a table. That's
For
why
the
we call
bagel.
it bench to table.
Yeah.
And now you've got a perfect table. And if you love it now, when the holidays come and you have extra people coming over and you're worried about seating, it's so great. By the way, it's very, very comfortable. If you wanted, you could always measure it out and buy a cushion from a home store or something.
There's actually a little flyer that comes inside your box, so
Oh,
it's
really?
super easy. Yeah.
Yeah. But honestly, it gives a little bit, so it's very, very comfortable. I love the fact that if like a bird pooped on it or if it got dirty, all I got to do is take the hose and rinse it off. And not what do we say? It's a few minutes to put it together. It doesn't take too
like
long.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's super easy. All the pieces just fit together, kind of like your favorite toy. It's super easy. I've put tons of these together, but it's a vinyl and resin mixture. So it's super soft, super smooth.
It's shiny.
There's a little give to it. So it's very comfortable. It's not like a redwood bench that you're sitting on and you can only sit there for a certain amount of time because it starts to hurt.
Tracy, I wouldn't even know where to buy something like a bench, like a regular.
And how much it would be.
Well,
at
I
this
know
point, right?
we do
Furniture's so expensive.
We've had some wrought iron small benches. They're about $100, but they only for two people.
Right.
And they're iron, so they're going to rust, and you really can't eat off them because they're just a place to sit.
Right, and you have to have a cushion with that.
Yep.
This you don't need to. And what's nice too is if you have kids and they're getting out of the pool, they can come and sit on this and eat. You're not worrying that anything's going to, get ruined. Nobody's getting splinters in their legs. So you definitely have a great peace of mind with the bench to table.
Yeah.
And I want you to take a look here too, is how these are built. So they're manufactured or engineered, I should say, to actually work whether it's on a hard surface, but also in the sand, on stone, in the grass. So these will fit into a large SUV. So if you have kids that play games, or if you're going to a friend's house for a Memorial Day picnic and they're like, oh my gosh, could you bring a lawn chair? You're like, no, I've got it better. I'm gonna bring a table and a bench for you because it'll fit and it's so easy to transport.
If you're going to one of your kids' sporting events, a lawn chair would be a little weird at a sporting event. If you're sitting there lounging out at a game, you want something where you can actually sit up and you can watch and you can still converse with your friends. That's what makes this so nice. It is truly every bit a traditional, like garden bench that you would see in a park, but at the same time, it instantly turns into a table. They have things like this at DeSoto. Have you ever gone and looked at the picnic benches at Fort DeSoto?
I could only imagine.
It's
I've never
not
gone
just
out
a
there,
seat.
but-
It's not just a seat. It's a meal. There is food and garbage all over it. They're chipped and painted away. And listen, they have to replace them from time to time. And I will guarantee those park benches probably cost $400 or $500. I'll guarantee it. We are at half, not even. We're at a third of that price. All right. If you get two, you're less than $300, and you got a brand new picnic table that you can separate and utilize both individually, or like I said, you can use them together. The one I'm on here is called Adobe. That's kind of a browny gray, chalky, cool color. And then we also have it available in white. Again, 20 to 30 minutes to put it together. It's just a couple of screws. That's it. And then you're good to go. So you don't need a bunch of different tools. I think all you need is a Phillips head screwdriver.
Yep.
I think that's it. And everything else kind of clamps together. Beautifully made, soft and comfortable, easy to clean. And if you buy two, remember, that's the way to get the full picnic table. And they will nudge right up together and they won't move. And you're good to go. And this shows you how portable they are.
And to have a 5-year warranty on outdoor furniture, basically unheard of. I mean, I don't know any outdoor furniture that lasts for 5 years besides my bench to table. And what I love is that it's so easy to move around. So this only weighs 38 pounds, but yet holds up to 1,000 pounds. Super functional. You're going to use this whether it's in your backyard, maybe at your front where you want to sit there, you want to have, maybe your morning coffee, watch people go by, walk their dogs. But then when you're entertaining, you can bring this back and you have a full table and seating, which is so nice to have that flexibility. If you're Chad, who was just on, actually had one of these on his terrace in his condo. Because it's 58 inches long, 58 inches long, so it'll fit on a terrace also, but serves multi-purpose.
Well, and it doesn't weigh 125 pounds, which would be difficult for most people to move around.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that you said you want to put this in the back of an SUV or you want to put it in the back of your truck, you could take it anywhere. So if a lot of people like to go in their RV and they like to go camping, what a perfect idea for them. All right, the most popular Adobe, which I figured it
I
would
love the
be.
Adobe.
But get these home, all right? We have FlexPay on this. I don't know. I think it's probably what, about 30, maybe $30. Is it 4 Flex or 5 Flex, Jared, today? I don't think Jared's there. 4 Flex. All right.
It's Friday. He took the day off.
All right, so it's 4 Flex at 140, so it's going to cost you about, I don't know, $37.49, about that amount, and you'll be able to get it home.
Okay, a little secret. They probably
What?
want me to tell you, but we used to have 2 other colors in this. These are flying out this season, and that was before we had free shipping.
I think this is the best
we're
color.
only down to 2 colors. This is my favorite color.
I like this one because I think it's the more traditional color. The white is great. I'd put the white
White's
in.
easy.
I
Goes
would
with
do that in the
everything.
garden.
Yes.
But I think I like this one for like just anywhere and around your
yeah,
house.
like on a deck.
Yep.
This gives me like coastal vibes.
Totally coastal vibes.
Right?
I like that. Tracy said coastal vibes. All right, Tracy King, thank you, darling, for coming in.
you.
Appreciate you so much. All right, remember, it's a bench, it's a table, it's whatever you need it to be. Just get it home. You're going to love it. All right, we are going to take a break. When we come back, we have my pick of the hour, which is our Sun Joe Garden Maintenance Bundle. You're getting the hedge trimmer, the weed whacker, the leaf blower. You get it all. Coming up. Stick around.
As a chef, cooking's not only my job, it's a passion. And I know the importance of having the right tools. Enter